CheekyVimto08. I love Cheeky. I love the guy. He's an amazing, amazing person. And me and him have awesome, conversations online. He's so, I love hanging out with the dude. He's really, down to earth. He's a really good guy. I love him. He's awesome. He made a video that was talking about how Christianity, it was a response to Crazy Bills, who I like his videos. I have not seen enough to make a really valid opinion on the matter, but from what I've seen, I really like Crazy Bills. I like the way he presents himself, and I like a lot of the things he says, and that's Crazy Bills 2. So, Cheeky is my really close friend. Crazy Bills is a guy I respect, who I've watched his videos and conversed with lightly. And Crazy Bills made a video that was all about how Christianity is not the atheist's enemy. And what is the atheist's enemy is fervent, aggressive, I want to say confrontational, but really it is conversional Christianity, where people are trying to convert you to their thoughts. He was saying that is the enemy. The enemy is not people who believe in Christ or believe in God. I was so down. I was so happy to hear that from an atheist, man, because that's what I want, man. I want us all to just accept beliefs and just be one, and just anybody who can allow everybody to just do that is in. You're down. If you allow me to be me and I allow you to be you, we should just be friends. I'm down with that idea. And then Cheeky freaking countered him, man. He countered him to say that that's not true, and to say that Christianity is the problem. Cheeky, that's not cool, man. You just basically told me that I was your enemy. Okay, so here's the sad fact. Cheeky is going to want me to go through his video and actually counter his points. That's how the normal atheist likes to debate. They want facts, they want logic, they want reason, they want, I'm just not really like that, man. I'm just gonna tell you what I feel. That's just how I am. And, it felt like you were basically saying my belief system is lower than your belief system, that I believe something stupid and inferior to you, and that it is at the very least your duty to explain to me how dumb my belief system is, so that I can at least have a very good opportunity to change to your smarter belief system, is basically what I heard, my friend. And I'm sorry, man. That's not a cool outlook. That's not a cool way of looking at things. That's not you did not come across well to me in that video. Usually you're pretty good, you're pretty down to earth, but you were basically trying to argue to Crazy Pills that that moderates can be our enemy. So people who are Christian but aren't really pushing the agenda really hard can still be the enemy, because they are sick with this awful thinking of reality that is barbaric and evil and wrong. Who the hell are you, man? Who the hell are you to say that what I believe is barbaric? Who the hell are you, man? First of all, I don't like getting into the conversation with people like you about the harder parts of the Bible, and you had such a problem with the crucifixion. You say that that's awful or whatever. I don't even want to talk about that. I don't like discussing it with people like you, because you come from a place of arrogance in these kind of situations. In most situations, you're fine, but there's a reason we don't talk about certain things, man. And it's because when certain things get brought up, there is an arrogance that you gain this superiority thing. I have my way that I understand the crucifixion, and for me, it makes perfect sense. I'm not going to try to explain it to you, because I feel like I'm called out to the carpet when I talk to you. I feel like I'm hauled on to Like, I feel like I'm under scrutiny, you know, like when we bring up certain topics and certain things, because you seem to think that what I believe is so bad, and you show it, you know, and it's just like, I don't do that with you, man. I try not to. Like, I might at times, but, you know, I would never make a video where I was like, atheists are the real problem, and atheism is the root, because we need to get back in touch with God, because God is the guy that will make us what we are supposed to be. It is not something we can do for ourselves, and we cannot have the intuition to do it ourselves. Therefore, we must get back to God. Therefore, if we don't get back to God, we are all going to we're not going to be able to progress to the degree and in the way that we want to. And so, because of this, atheism is a sickness, and it is a disease. It is not realizing how obviously created by God this whole place is. And if you atheists don't change your thinking, or if we don't at least give you ample reason to change your thinking, then, you know, we're not really, like, you know, I would never say that about atheists, man. Like, atheists are atheists. Like, all right, first of all, let's get into belief. Let's get into belief. And see, and the reason that I drew that out and I did that the way that I did is because that's literally how I feel. I literally do feel that we need to get back to God. I'm just not trying to say that to anybody. Like, that's what you gotta understand, Cheeky, man. Like, when you attack somebody's belief system like this, you make enemies out of friends, man. Like, don't attack somebody's belief system. Attack their trying to convert other people to that belief system. And attack them when they act hypocritically, when they say one thing but then they act another. I believe in love, man, and I try to show love. And yes, I do screw up sometimes, but for the most part, like, I'm the guy that's going to be apologizing to you for things. I'm the guy who's going to love the unlovable people. Like, that's usually me, man. I'm not perfect, but, you know, I try to love. And that's really all I preach. It's love. And then I try to, you know, if you want to love God, by God, please love God. But I know that's a touchy subject, so we can start with people. It's fine. Like, you know, like, it's just, you know, Cheeky, man. Like, you're basically saying I'm an inferior person. You're basically saying I believe something that's really barbaric and bad and evil and stupid. And, okay, like I said, we were going to get into belief. Belief. Nobody chooses a belief, first of all. Like, okay, I want you guys to believe that I am not just some vlogger on YouTube. I am a rock star. I'm a famous one. I'm a famous rock star with a huge album out, with a #1 hit right now. Now, I want you to believe that, because if you do believe that, you guys are going to start getting nervous. You're going to start wanting my autograph. You're going to start talking to me like I have all the answers and all this stuff. I want that change to happen in you right now, because I want you to believe that I am a rock star that you all know, who is famous and who is in your presence right now, and I want you to believe that right now. Let's see if my comments change. Let's see if anybody does it. I'm serious. Try to believe that, and try to see if it changes the way you talk to me, the way that it normally would if it was true. It's not gonna, is it? Because you could even say you believe I'm a famous rock star. You could say you believe it, sure. But you wouldn't really believe it. You wouldn't really believe it. You have not been convinced. And that is the thing. We do not choose what we believe. We become convinced of something. So, this whole idea of trying to attack somebody's belief system, you cannot attack somebody's belief system and not be a complete douchebag. Because their belief system is what they've been convinced of. It is not a reflection of, like it's not something they chose. You just are convinced or you aren't. So instead of trying to attack somebody's belief system and trying to tell them that it's inferior and wrong and needs to be corrected, maybe you should just try to convince them that your belief system is best. And the best way to probably do that is to be what they would want to be. Why don't you show them that your life has what they want to have? Let your life be something they would want to attain. And if you do that, then I bet you a bunch they will listen to you. But until people start doing that, until people start becoming what other people want to be and letting them be themselves and just making their position look attractive by who they are as people. Until people start doing that, nobody's going to listen to anybody. And if you start trying to tell somebody that their belief system is inferior, man, you're just going to make enemies out of friends. And I'm not saying we're enemies, man. I'm just saying don't freaking attack my belief system and dog it and try to act like it's inferior and not expect me to be like, what the hell, man? I don't do that to you. I've been the defender of atheists. I'm the guy who's saying, no, they are completely justified in not believing in God. If they're not convinced, they're not convinced, and they're just being honest with you. You know, I was the guy saying that, man, and then you come and freaking talk about how my religion is barbaric and this and that, and then, not cool. Not cool. There we go. Controversy for you. Peace. Basically, that whole video was just saying that my belief system was inferior. It was a problem. It was a bad thing. And, you know, it's just like, if you want to go that route, man, if you really think that's a problem, then go that route. But, you know, for me, like, I want to bring us all together. Like, people can't change what they believe like that. People become convinced of things. So what you need to start doing is just convincing them. And, you know, for me, you know, it's like, I just want to be the Christian who's like, atheist, I'm not against you, man. Like, it's cool. It's totally cool. I'm down. I'm fine with it. Like, if you guys don't believe, you don't believe. I can't change that. It's alright. But we can still hang out. And you guys still have awesome things to say. And I enjoy your company. And I love you guys just as much as anybody. You know, like, that's what I want to say to atheists. I want to bring us all together. If I started talking about how atheism was an inferior belief to mine, if I started trying to say that people who are atheists are suffering from some kind of sickness and they have some kind of barbaric, you know, whatever tendencies, I'm not going to be able to be friends with many atheists. You know, and like, that's the thing, is I want to bring us all together. Like, I don't want to change anybody. I just want to show us how to get along. And the thing is, like, I mean, I'm not saying I don't want to change somebody. I would love to bring people to Christ. I would love to bring people to God. But people are going to come to God and come to Christ because I tell them to. People will do it because they see me, and they like me, and they want to be like me. And if they want to be like me, you know, it's like, it's done a lot for me. Like, I don't have this love normally. Like, just me, I do not love people like this. Like, I'm not crazy in love with the human race, normally. Not just me, but God, like, put it in me. He put this love in me. And He's real. And I believe it. And I'm convinced of it. And that's fine. It is fine for me to be convinced of it. Because, you know, if anything, it's shown me that, like, I love all you guys, whatever you believe. And it's fine. Like, it's all good. I just want us to get along. I just want us to be together, like, on the same, like, mental wavelength. Like, I just want us to, like, hang, chill, not be so serious. Like, we can talk about important issues, yeah, but we need to still be able to be friends at the end of the day. And that's what I'm after. And videos like that video that you put out, man, it just doesn't do that. It doesn't help that. It's rallying people up against a belief system that's held by, like, a ton of people. You rally them up like that. Make them all convinced that it's an evil belief system. How do you think they're going to look at people who believe it? How do you think that helps me get around in the world? It was a negative thing to do. It did not create a positive. It was a negative thing to do. It was a negative video. It's okay. It's alright. Still totally friends with him. It's alright. It's just, it was a negative move. It was a negative move. It created a negative. It wasn't a positive video. You shouldn't belittle people's belief systems. You shouldn't do it. You shouldn't do it. It doesn't bring us together. It doesn't bring us together. We need to be brought together. Maybe I'll do a point by point, just to make you happy, Cheeky. Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, Joe, I will see you on Skype. I know we will not stop being friends over this or anything. I'm not mad at you, bro. It's just, I just thought it was a negative move. Slightly negative.